Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Godson, and welcome back to Infinity Kingdom. And guys, I have to tell you this before we start this episode. That dragon's still flying around. Don't go anywhere near it. Now, before we continue this video, I want to say that Infinity Kingdom is a free-to-play game. You guys can start from scratch like I did and progress all the way through without having to spend any loot or any gems or any money on upgrades. So if you want to try that out, go into the description of this video and download it and join me in this awesome game. Now, in case you guys are new to the game and you haven't seen the Immortals, check it out. This is what they look like. So, in the game, you will have immortal characters that you can unlock. And if you're fortunate enough to unlock many of these different Immortals, each comes with a specific ability that they can wield. And there is about 6 in total. You will have wind. You will have lightning. And I kind of like the way this guy dances with it. Also, if you can unlock some of these popular immortal characters, like Alexander the Great, this guy comes with Earth. As you can see. And also, you will unlock characters like Merlin, which is actually one of the popular ones if you're getting the game. He has water. There's also fire attacks with Empress Wu, and they have holy attacks with Julius Caesar. Although I'm not sure why Caesar would have the holy ability locked to him, because historically this guy got killed by his own men. Not a good character. But if you want to choose bad guys, Ramses would be my favorite. This is the character I really love to play with. He's pretty awesome. Well, maybe I'm just being biased, but a few years ago, I was made into an Egyptian character that I was going to use for my channel art, but it never fell through. However, Egyptian characters give me the nostalgia, and I will be using them. But the cool thing about some of these Immortals is you'll notice some of them are around the same era as each other. Some of them might be nemesises or they may be allies to each other. So typically you will find 2 characters that seem related to each other. However, I think I've found 3 in the Rome era. So if you see, you can find people that are in Rome, or you can find people in the medieval era like Merlin and King Arthur.
I am the once and future king.
Now there's one more thing I need to explain about the Immortals. Inside the game, you can utilize one of 7 magical elements, and of course these immortal characters have one element that they belong to. Of course, each magical element can be utilized in your formation, how you construct your army, and depending on how you construct it, it has its own strengths and weaknesses. For example, here are some of the group formations that I've done with water, fire, and different elements that I'm using in structuring my army and using that to attack inside the game. Now, while it may take some time for you to unlock every Immortal and get all the elements, there are some ways for you to unlock Immortals with some of these elements that are tied to them. More specifically, if you join active events and get materials for Market and Hall of Immortals. So I highly recommend if you guys are starting out, try going this route to make it easier and unlock some of these guys. So as you can see, here I am in the Hall of Immortals and I'm unlocking one of the Water Immortals. She's going to help me out as I progress through the game. And definitely she is one of the more popular and strong characters that you get right at the beginning. So there I am, tons of stuff that you can unlock. And speaking of unlocking, guys, there are some ways that you can unlock and redeem codes inside this game. In fact, if you're watching this video, I have down in the description below, there's a website you can go where you can unlock and use some of these codes for redeeming free gems and stones. But don't tell anyone I showed you guys this. But not only that, guys, there are other things you can utilize in the game like the Mysterium. This is a PvE feature that tests your abilities to plan your troop formations and helps you upgrade by collecting items inside of chests. Not only that, but each day, if you go to a fountain here, this helps you unlock free resources that you can utilize for progressing through the game. So not only do we get free codes, a Mysterium that helps you unlock chests, but also fountains that help you get free resources. So a lot of stuff that you can utilize to help you get through this and just be a casual player like me if you don't want to, pay to win. However, the Immortals are nice, but I think my favorite would be the dragons. Inside of Infinity Kingdom, you will be able to unlock dragon characters, and these are one of the staple troops that you will have inside of your army. Now, if you're already familiar with the game and you understand that these dragons do start off as eggs and then they progress up to children and then like teenagers and then adulthood. So you will have to go into battle and try to upgrade your dragons as you progress through the game. And just like Immortals, these dragons do have their own elements that you can use inside the game. Now, these dragons come with a specific element that they have at birth that you could use in conjunction with your immortals and your army. And it's up to you to choose which element you prefer to use in conjunction with the troops that you have on the ground. These elements include water, earth, lightning, wind, fire, and holy. Although if you ask me, I do like the fire dragons as they are more of a iconic character that everyone's familiar with. Fire and dragons, they kind of mix together. But you don't have to go that route. You could actually mix and match up these different elements. You could have a whole wind team or a whole holy team, or just choose whatever kind of element you want to mix and match together. Now, there's one important thing I want to mention before we move on about the dragons. You can actually unlock and grab free crystals by killing the 4 known bosses. That's right, if you go in here, take out these bosses, you're able to get free crystals for doing that, and that really helps you out if you want to grab these dragons. Now, also guys, I did mention this in the last video, but I didn't really depict it properly. There are about 100 cities in the game, and players are free to conquer these cities anytime, anywhere, using whatever strategy they prefer. And I must say, this looks like a massive attack, but taking out these cities looks super fun. You can have just like a ton of attacks on them and conquer them. It is just so cool looking. Which actually reminds me of a feature in the game called immigration. Players are free to move to different locations on the map in large groups in order to conquer different cities. Of course, in the game, if you want to be organized and do this, there's something in the Alliance called calendars, and you can set up events and communicate and coordinate with your Alliance to make this easier. Okay, so the last time we left off, we actually upgraded our castle to level 15, but in today's episode, we're going to try and unlock more dragons and do some quests here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hatch that. We've got 1 egg we've already got hatched. Oh, there he is. And this is the egg that we've actually won with the chapter 10. So we can go ahead and hatch that, and now we've got a total of 3 dragons. Bro, this is awesome. So we've got lightning on our team. Let's go ahead and try this guy out in a match. Hopefully he'll help us out. And we'll just go ahead and use him here. Here we go. All right, he's in the back. Now, this might be difficult for us because we are close to we're close to getting to a level that's pretty hard for us. Oh, but I think we're progressing. Here we go. Are they ready? Oh, we got abilities. Yes. All right, so the dragon in the back, he's helping out. I see the lightning abilities that he's doing. Pretty cool. Okay, we're progressing. These guys are just getting knocked down. All right, victory. So there he is, guys. I kind of like the lightning one a little better than the other ones. Pretty cool. All right, so we did pretty good in this episode, but thank you guys so much for watching. This is Godson. Be sure to check out the game and the link in the description below. It's free to play and a ton of fun. You don't have to have a ton of money. You can just play it like I did and have a blast with it. So if you guys want to check me out, I'm in the game and you could join me. Check the link below and download it and come play with me. Hopefully we can continue this series, and I will see you guys on the next one. Godson out.